Albert Einstein was born at Ulm, in Württemberg, Germany, on March 14, 1879. 6 weeks later the family moved to Munich, where he, later on, began his schooling at the Luitpold Gymnasium. Later, they moved to Italy and Albert continued his education at Aarau, Switzerland, and in 1896 he entered the Swiss Federal Polytechnic School in Zurich to be trained as a teacher in physics and mathematics. In 1901, the year he gained his diploma, he acquired Swiss citizenship and, as he was unable to find a teaching post, he accepted a position as technical assistant in the Swiss Patent Office. In 1905 he obtained his doctor's degree. After World War II, Einstein was a leading figure in the world government movement. He was offered the presidency of the State of Israel, which he declined, and he collaborated with Dr. Chaim Weizmann in establishing the Hebrew University of Jerusalem. In the 1920s, Einstein embarked on the construction of unified field theories, although he continued to work on the probabilistic interpretation of the quantum theory, and he persevered with this work in America. He contributed to statistical mechanics by his development of the quantum theory of a monatomic gas, and he has also accomplished valuable work in connection with atomic transition probabilities and relativistic cosmology. After his retirement he continued to work towards the unification of the basic concepts of physics, taking the opposite approach, geometrization, to the majority of physicists. Einstein's researches are, of course, well chronicled, and his more important works include Special Theory of Relativity, 1905, Relativity, English translations, 1920 and 1950, General Theory of Relativity, 1916, Investigations on Theory of Brownian Movement, 1926, and The Evolution of Physics, 1938. Among his non-scientific works, About Zionism, 1930, Why War? 1933, My Philosophy, 1934, and Out of My Later Years, 1950, are perhaps the most important. Einstein's gifts inevitably resulted in his dwelling much in intellectual solitude and, for relaxation, music played an important part in his life. He married Mileva Marek in 1903 and they had a daughter and 2 sons. Their marriage was dissolved in 1919, and in the same year he married his cousin, Elsa Löwenthal, who died in 1936. He died on April 18, 1955 at Princeton, New Jersey.